Welcome to the Colosseum, where the 2K gods come to do battle. Welcome to the Colosseum, where the 2K gods come to do battle.
Oh, you know you missed me. It's your boy Ice the Man back with the Colosseum. Took a long break off, but now we have returned. As always, I am here and blessed with the man, the myth, the legend, the Miz, Mr. King Mizark. How you doing tonight?
What's going on, Ice? Glad to be back, 2K19.
That's right, 2K19, 2K Gods back in action. Like, you guys didn't waste no time just firing it up, huh?
Yeah, I mean, team up, we don't need, courts, we don't need private matchmaking, we already have that installed. So, as soon as the official launch came out, we launched the league the same day.
Damn, like, gas on. Everybody was waiting for that long break. We also have this here, the one and the only, the special guest tonight, FAB himself. How you doing tonight, FAB?
I'm doing great. It's nice to be back on this show where it all started for me.
Yeah, Fab and I go way back. EBA, I don't even know. Did you go as far back as VBA? Like the old League Arena stuff? Yeah, so we go way back into there. We kind of, EBA is kind of where a lot of these guys that now play in these leagues are popping off. And of course, 2K Gods, they've been around for a while.
Yeah, I remember Fab, that was like one of my first rivals when I was playing with my day ones. I was always trying to beat his team. Back in 2K14, 2K15.
Yeah, I was that corner monkey for him. I was that shooting guard that sat over in the corner. Steady popping up shots.
Hitting all your shots and playing defense. He was rotating.
I just did hurt the team. That's what Fab said. Yeah, we'll put him on the team. He don't hurt us. No, but I miss those days. Actually, we are looking heavily for someone to come on board and just run the EBA again. But then enough of that. This is 2K Gods. You guys is back for what season is this now?
Oh, man. We're just going to go with Season 1 of 2K19 because there's too many to count.
Yeah, Season 1 of 2K19. That's what we'll go with. There's a lot's happening in this downtime. So, let's start.
We got a whole bunch of teams in this 2K. A lot of, as people say, comp players are back. Back from the 2K League, and a lot of new Pro-Am teams that are, acknowledged on Twitter and throughout the community as top teams that they've joined. So, this team is looking lit. There's a little bit, there's a couple bugs with private matchmaking, and even in team up, there's some bugs with us staying in the game. So we're praying for that fix soon. But there's going to be a lot of changes this 2K. I told everyone we're coming with these shows, we're coming with awards. It's just things to make the league back lit again.
Yeah, definitely. And if you haven't noticed, we are building a whole new site. We're trying our best to hurry up. We were behind the 8-ball, and Miz was like, I can't wait. I got to roll. So you guys are flying nicely. Now, with Fab on the show here, we have to get to talk a little bit about, Fab, the recent season of the NBA, the Pro League, or whatever they're calling it. I'm going to be straight with you, man. I bet I lost a lot of money on your betting out for your team, man. What the hell happened?
We were a classic example of we had the best talent on paper, but we just couldn't figure it out as a team, and we made a lot of mistakes, so we just wasn't We had some a little bit locker room issues, but season two we grew and we know what we're going to do for season two. It's more you got to really build a bond with your team, be a really close knit family, and like work hard,
They were
not just skill.
listing throughout the season. Because I stayed pretty glued to it. I watched it. I always had it up on the corner or something, always twitching it. And
Hmm.
throughout the season, they kept naming like the five biggest names, all stars and whatever. And almost every single one of those guys, I think one of them, but every single one of them played in the EBA or played this team up stuff that you're playing, like the 2K gods,
Yeah.
So I mean, coming from that background, did it prepare you for the league? I mean, did joining 2K gods and paying that money and getting your squad together and just the random team up thing, I mean, do you feel like it gave you a boost in order to play better?
It definitely like it's. I will always play 2K Gods, EBA, all these team up leagues. I will always play in it because it always gets me ready like every year. Uh, I think people heard the rumors by now. Like, 2K League practice thing wasn't available for us in the beginning of the season, so a lot of teams use team up to play against each other. And me and Mama, a lot of people say me and Mama are the most successful PGs in the 2K League. We will play against each other with terrible PGs. Everyone's using John Wall and Lillard. Meanwhile, I'm using Rozier. Mama's using like Jose Calderon, and like we're using these like weird like trash point guards. And then our teams are looking at us like, what? Like Melo would get Paul George, right? I'll get De'Aaron Fox or something like, and me and Mama would just practice against each other, just hop stepping, just trying to finesse with players that are worse. And it really helped us in the league because you don't have OP, you don't have a really OP player, and you're used to everything because you're playing with a trash player. So just playing team up and stuff gets you used to any situation, and I will always love that.
Now,
'Cause you get comfortable in pro.
there's been a lot of rumors about what's going on, what you're allowed to do, what you're not. I know some things you're not allowed to talk about, some things you are. I mean, playing with the trash players, I can definitely understand that. That's the way that it's your spring training. I mean, you're playing with the garbage. That was if you get somebody better, if you're pro-am or whatever. I know they did it weird last year, and hopefully they've gotten better at it this year with setting things up. I mean, do you know of any major changes that's going to happen in the 2K season to better prepare yourself?
What you mean by major changes?
Like, I mean, last season it felt kind of janky. I mean, one of the things they did, they all had you meet in this like New York space or whatever, right? And they were always playing against each other, and it was almost like pro-am but slash team up. I mean, it wasn't like pro-am, but it wasn't team up, but it wasn't one or the other.
Yeah.
Kind of the feeling of it. And I talked to a lot of the guys that I still have connections with that have played, throughout the season there, and they were telling me, yeah, it's not really pro-am. Like, your guy's not built like you build your pro-am guy, but the guy's not built like a team-up guy either, and you're not playing with a real guy, so it's kind of, I mean, how much control do you have moving? Have they given you any input on the next season coming up?
Um, I heard a lot of rumors and stuff going around between the 2K League players, but nothing official yet. But Brandon, Daniel, Sam, all the great guys at 2K League, they have some great ideas and they're like excited and they're telling us like season two is gonna be even better. So it's gonna be a lot of new features and more exciting stuff. So I'm just waiting for them to tell us. So it's gonna be exciting season two.
Yeah, and season 2 is supposed to start right going into next summer again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you still got all this what we call spring training, but it's actually winter and spring training. But
Yeah.
one last question, then we'll get into 2K guys, because I know that's where you're playing now, and that's where what the show's about. But one last question for you now that you're playing. I heard a lot of rumors about what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do in the off season. There's no restrictions on you guys. You guys are more than welcome to play in 2K Gods, EBA, whatever thing that prepares you for next season. Is that correct?
Uh, I believe so. There's a lot of things going on, and a lot of people told me we can't play in this, and you see all the 2K League players playing in leagues and stuff. So I'm like 95% sure we could play in anything. But of course, you can't be 100% sure. So
Yeah, until they tell you stop, huh?
yeah.
Yeah. So I said one last question, but do you feel, because I was watching the league, and this is me, I was just sitting there watching them, and I'm like, man, I've played against better people than what these people are. Do you feel that like when you're playing in the league, went up against people that you thought, man, oh boy, that blah blah blah, whatever.
This is gonna be interesting for Fab to answer.
I'm just using examples, and I'm going to throw Miz in here, but like I've played some of the best point guards in the league. I feel, including yourself, and I've even Dimes. I've played with some of these guys, and I'm thinking, man, this guy can compete with these guys, but he wasn't in the league. Why is he saying that type of thing?
I'm not gonna lie, Ice. That's the one thing about me. I always tell my team and Donahue and everybody the truth. I always tell people the truth all the time. And I told a lot of people in the league that there's a lot of people in the league who shouldn't be in the league. And Donahue, like, he did the best process possible. The league is the best process. We could sit here and say oh, we missed the great players, but how else would you do it? You know what I mean? I can't think of an idea. It's kind of tough. But I would say all the top players, superstars, game-changing, celebrity superstars that are really good at the game, leaders, you know what I mean? The takeover, all that. I think they got all those right. But there was a lot of stars and great players and stuff left out. And there's a lot of people that shouldn't be in the league. But Season 2 is going to fix that with a bigger draft pool. And there's only 60 spots left. And it's a bigger,
they're going to make an expansion too or
players.
something, right? They were trying to get a couple extra teams or something?
So as the seasons go on, it's really going to be comp filled. But it's the first year. And I'm not going to lie, when we looked at our schedule and stuff, there's certain teams that we're like, man, these guys don't have anybody, and it turned out to be true. But we were also wrong too. So if you would have told me beginning of the season the Orlando Magic would have ended my season, I would have laughed at you, Ice, because I didn't think Orlando was going to win a game.
I'm telling you, I lost some real cash on that one, so I agree.
Yeah, so preseason, everyone said Orlando's not even going to win a game. So if someone told me, hey, Fab, your season's going to be over by Orlando, I would have laughed so hard. So it's also I can say a lot of people don't deserve to be in the league, but it's also a lot of those players deserve to be in the league too. But there's definitely way better players out there that got missed. But I already know Donahue and everyone's going to get 100% right Season 2. So I'm confident in the league.
I'm not going to name drop, but a few people I talked to in the league says it's filled with a bunch of bitches. But I'm just saying what they said, but I'm not going to name drop who said it. But they're actually in the league, and they're saying that a lot of them
what you mean by that?
A lot of drama and unnecessary, And the league that's like that anyway. I mean, when we played EBA, when we played VBA, now 2K guys, you get a lot of the drama and a lot of the bullshit. These guys think they're better than what they actually are.
Well, but, I mean, think about it though. We were playing, before we were playing for $500, $1,000 for free, and there was drama. I mean, when there's real money online and $1 million prize pool, and these people have to actually live together, I think the drama levels skyrocket.
Yeah, but I heard even from GMs that I know, that I've chatted with, they've even come out and said, dude, if I knew what I was getting into, I wouldn't have been GM of this thing, because this is just, I'm being called out by my teams, and I'm trying to help them, and I'm like, I know, man, I tried to run a league, and I struggled to run a league, and it was a free league, nobody's paying me, this guy's getting paid.
And that's the thing, people with the least drama and best chemistry, it might sound cliche, but they're the ones that you see, towards the top and winning a lot of games and stuff. So, I'm not gonna lie. If I was Donahue, but this is why I'm not commissioned, because I'm not smart like Donahue or everyone else. But if I was commissioned, I would just make it a reality show. Just put cameras in the team house,
Oh yeah, just like Big Brother.
Make a reality show.
Oh yeah, do it like Big Brother. Have it in there, and then when they go out to the club, you fucking follow them to the club or whatever. Then you follow them back. Hell yeah, that would be great. I'd watch it probably. I ain't got no better to do.
It's a lot of drama. I hear stories all the time. It's a lot of star players holding their team hostage, and if you don't do this, if you don't do what I say, I'll sit out, stuff like that. And it's putting teams in weird situations, and you're going to have to use
I heard a lot of that, a lot of the whole, it's my team, not your team.
What I was going to say is, I think that's going to be fixed Season 2, because with the bigger draft pool, I mean, to be honest, the players had all the leverage in the world last year. It was a 102, and you really couldn't say nothing to them.
This is how smart Donahue and Daniel Say is, because a lot of star players were saying that because they seen their six man or their team wasn't that good and they really needed them. You know what I mean? Say for
Hmm.
example, like a star player like Dimes or somebody. Say for example, Dimes or somebody. It's like, hey, if y'all don't listen to me, you can use the six man, and their six man is like really terrible, right? The team would like
Yeah, they
just
have no
buy into a
choice.
Dime. Yeah, but next year with the draft pool being even bigger and teams drafting way better players and stuff. Oh, Dimes, like you don't want to play? All right, we got Styles or somebody right here with you. Like, what? What you gonna do? So like, Dom's gonna have to listen to the team and stuff. So that's why I think next year, see, every season is gonna be way better than the last season. So
I,
like,
I
it's
agree.
gonna get better and better.
Well, yeah, I hope that they
So
continue to push hard. I told him to give me a call. I said, hit up your boy. I've been doing this for years. I mean, all you're doing is what we was doing, but on a much higher level. But they never called me. My phone never rang, so fuck 2K. Um, but I did notice, like I said, a lot of the drama and a lot of things going on. I also noticed that the push wasn't as big as I thought it would be. I mean, I jumped on streams that were maybe like 10K, 11K. I'm like, that's good, but every year it's going to get better. It'll get bigger, I'm sure, and
uh-huh.
hopefully it'll continue. I mean, they just put. I just heard today that
Because Ice, this is crazy right here. I tell people all the time. People stress about viewers and stuff, but I told them 2K14, 2K15 when me and JT would play a GB tournament or something big. JT was getting hype and crazy over 40 viewers. He's like, "Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I want to see Daddy. I'm gonna give you a show." Like all that
I
crazy
can hear
stuff.
JT doing
Like
that too.
yeah, yeah, for 40 viewers, JT did that. And then JT 16, 2K16, 200 viewers. 2K17, 500. And then when he cast a really big game and then guessed us last year, 2K, like 2,000 viewers. Like every year it gets bigger and bigger in the community. And you see all these brand new players joining and joining. So just from that, it's gonna be bigger. And then they're gonna like advertise it more and stuff. So 2K is gonna be really like good, and the
It's
2K League will
growing,
look as
and
Yeah,
it's
well.
the first like officially backed
Yeah,
league. I mean, I think you guys will be fine. Fab, we used to go crazy when we get like 70 viewers back in the day.
yeah. Like
Like, I
now
mean,
people getting 1,000. It's
yeah.
crazy.
well,
Like
esports is growing
people are
too. I
getting.
remember 7 years ago, I
Yep.
flew to Thailand and we did a big esports thing in Thailand, and dude, it was like 100,000 people showed up for this game to be played on this big screen. It was ridiculous, and I was blown away by that. And it just continues to get bigger and bigger. ESPN, I think the magazine, I believe I read today, has Ninja on it. Like
Yeah.
the pro player, dude, it's getting nuts, and it's going to continue to get nuts because people like to watch it. I mean, I can't wait to see. I did see something. I got to make one slight comment, and then we can move on to 2K Guts because that's what this show's about. But I did notice that seemed to me the guys at the top were mostly Xbox guys. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, most. I mean, Xbox. You know, like we're what people like to call like the glitches. We just that's a glitchy move right there. Yo, we got. We just like lock into small things. So we pay attention to detail over here on Xbox. But PS4
And
players are great too.
I want to make a comment about that,
Go
Ice.
ahead.
Uh, we did have that one or two seasons on PS4 where we brought 2K Gods to PS4, and I
I remember
mean
that.
that kind of shaded my decision to bring the league over there because I mean we went over there with I would say like a B or C class roster for 2K18, and we dominated. I don't think we lost a game over there, and we won with the 20th pick. I mean, and there was a lot of top teams in there. I'm not gonna name drop them because I don't want to make enemies, but they pretty much all got smoked. So I do think the Xbox is superior when it comes to comp players, and I mean, it showed really when half the people from 2K God started off playing, half the people from 2K League started off playing team up.
I will be upset if the next NBA Pro season thing it doesn't have like G Money versus Ramo. I'd be pretty upset if that's not a real thing. Like the old days.
I'm rooting for my. I hope my guy Charger. You know, a bunch of people that were left out season one. Charger, Rhea,
Yeah.
Too Cool. My guy, Easy Money. I mean, there's a list that goes on, but I hope that they're in. It's gonna make it much funner than it was this year, even though this year was a success in my opinion.
I agree. I think it was pretty good. At least they completed it. That's the whole goal, wasn't it? Like just complete it and get it done. And it still came out with some really good moments. So moving on to 2K, guys, we got so much to talk about. We gotta go live here. Let's go live to right over to Yeah. Put up some numbers here. So season one's on the way. Season one of 2K19 this year. I kind of like the game. I've been playing a lot of the offline. I made this like power forward, 3-point shooter. Set in the corner and make shots. My power forward, stretch four. And I'm really enjoying it because usually I play a center with my pro am, or I'll play a shooting guard. So I'm really enjoying this whole stretch four 3-point shooting thing. I mean, what do you guys think of the game? First thoughts of the game, running in 2K19.
I like it personally. There's a couple things I wish changed. In terms of big men not being able to score on point guards. Other than that, I think I like the game, how the game is. I like how we could actually play defense and get steals, and how you actually have to play team ball.
I think it's changed the way that the game is played. I mean, it used to be you could paintball. Even last year, you could still paintball. This year, it's a little harder to paintball. And the shots is where it's at usually. I mean, pick the right shot, you get a good shot. I mean, Fab, what are your thoughts on it?
Like what Miss would say, in Pro-Am, we played against a team that like they weren't that good. Like their record, we just did a random matchup. They're like 0-3, and this point guard decided the smart thing to do was every play after like he would get brick walled by Majestic's like athletic finisher or whatever, that he would decide to just switch on Majestic every play with a 6'4", and we were just laughing because three plays in a row, Majestic got boxed in the paint by a 6'4" guard, and then like I'm just like so frustrated because I'm like, wow, this point guard really thinks he's a genius by just switching every time. It wasn't even like, oh, he's forced to switch. He freely just moved back up and just switched on him freely. Like he didn't even try to fight it through the pick. So I don't like how guards are doing that. I like how 2K found a balance between lockdown defense, and if you're open, they're gonna green it and like make you pay. So they found a balance between locking you up and scoring. Like if you leave them open, they're not gonna miss. They're gonna hit it every time, but it's gonna be hard to get open. So I really like that. 2K really made it like better, but they also got penalize people for spamming X and passing lanes and stuff. They need to make them reach out position way more, or make them lose their stamina all the way, or something. Because
it's hard to put it in the paint. I think for me personally, but that's just me.
I'm just talking about like lanes in general. Like when I'm
gotcha.
on the wing trying to bait, I'm just smashing X like 10 times in 5 seconds. Like it's like really bad, and I don't get punished for it. So just do that. But besides that, this is a perfect game. This is a great game, and I love it.
Now, it's a little different from play. I haven't played much online team play at all, so it's a little different from playing OTP versus Pro-Am. I mean, I'm playing against computer and then just doing drop-in games. So, I mean, I don't know about the spamming of the X or stuff. That's what I'm going to do now, sit in the corner and spam X. But looking at this first season here, going through, you had 30 teams, right? Correct me if I'm wrong on anything, Miz. I think I got the numbers up here. We got 30 teams.
Yeah, we filled it up. We were full. Every single team got taken. I could see the draft order right there.
Yep.
That was the order. We randomized everyone's name. We put them into a randomizer.
Mm-hmm.
I unfortunately got, I think it was 17th pick, which sucks, but and then we drafted the team. So you have a couple minutes to make each pick. I did it all on Twitch this year. Everyone said they liked it better, so I think we're going to keep doing that. But I mean, that is the draft order and the season 1 draft results. I mean, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, the draft's just a little bit. We won't go exactly the way down. They can see who got picked where. Names that stick out at me is Mama, I'm That Man. I mean, coming with Portland Blazers, Space Jam JT, That Boy Shots. I mean, those are names that just stick out on my point. Prince Gucci, it's Rush, Trainer. Trainer got the Hawks. Oh, my goodness. He didn't even hit me up to play with him either. Big loser. Hoodie. I mean, I see some names in here that pop out at me, but I mean, where would you say, just pick a team and you think is the right position that's going to push through this season? I mean, out of the teams, does one seem over really? I mean, of course the Warriors are overpowered, but does one seem, playing some OTP, does one seem really overpowered than the other, or?
I mean, it's all about guard play. I mean, the Warriors, the Celtics, even the Rockets they're a clear top 3. I really like the Raptors because they all can shoot and all can play defense. Also, I mean, The Bucks, like you could still play with like a Giannis or LeBron, like they're supremely overpowered. But this is all guard play now in terms of right now. I mean,
Hmm.
even with dominant centers and dominant big men, like we have the Pelicans, and it's so hard to score with AD, Anthony Davis, and even though he's like a 95 overall. But I mean, shout out to the new teams that also joined the league. I mean, we do get some new 2K League players that ended up bringing their team over. Hyper is Pro got the Rockets.
Nice.
Devgos and Throwdown got the Cavs minus LeBron. And the Pistons point guard, I'm so far ahead, got the Grizzlies, who actually I wanted. So those are three, quality teams with that we want to keep in here. And we did get some other new Pro Am teams in here also.
Yeah, but I mean, looking at from last 2K to this 2K, just kind of looking at it, you got Cleveland Cavs drop from a top 5 pick to a bottom fucking 10 pick in there. I mean, it was the bottom 6, 7 there. I mean, it's they dropped off the map and they lost LeBron. I mean, and that jumped Lakers all the way up to a top 4 or 5 pick. I mean, last year's draft looked nothing like this. That's why I'm kind of blown away by some of it. Of course, the teams have changed majorly. Shout out to It's Rush with Chicago. Let's go. So far for the season, the power rankings on the Rockets. I mean, what team did you land on, Fab? I don't see your name out here. So who's running your team?
I'm with Shots. We got the Pacers.
Oh, the Pacers. Okay, and how are you doing work with them?
Um, so we started off pretty bad, like 2-3, 2-3, 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty bad, and like everyone was like, "Man, this team sucks." Like, wow, it sucks. Like, it was like that, and it was my fault because I was running the offense with Oladipo and locking up the best player on the other team, and that's not how you're supposed to play this 2K. You can't do both at a high level, and you can't full court press. One player can't do everything, so we made. We started rotating players, put in different people on Oladipo, making them play like a lockdown or pro-am. Just sit in a corner, hit your shots, and then just clamp the best players, rip them every play, make sure they don't get past half court. And then I ran the offense at point guard, and then I think we won 8, 9 straight, and now we're like 12-3, 12-4. So I think that's the way you gotta play. Have a lockdown defender, lock the best player, and then run the offense to the point guard. So it's pretty good right now.
I mean, looking at the power rankings, it's Rockets 10-0. They're undefeated. It pretty much falls in line of the picks, other than the Warriors, of course, are down at the bottom. But Bucks 16-4, Blazers 10-3, Pacers 10-4, and Warriors 12-4. So it kind of goes in order. The Pacers and Blazers, and you kind of go back and forth. One's got one more game played than the other. But I mean, those picks were pretty close to each other. So looking at the power rankings, I mean, do you see a team that kind of makes you a little nervous here going forward, Fab?
I think a team that makes me the most nervous is the Bucks is pretty tough. The Blazers is tough. Pelicans is tough. But like I'm really like scared of the Raptors. They have BK on Kawhi, and BK is a good high IQ player, and he knows what he's doing. And after seeing how Oladipo and players lock up people and can't even get past half court, I'm not
I
gonna
can
lie.
only imagine Kawhi.
I'm kind of scared of Kawhi. I'm not gonna lie.
You ain't scared of nobody, but you can see they're little.
Yeah.
Nobody said the Rockets 10-0. I mean, Hyper is Pro. Is he just lined up 10 garbage teams, or is his team really that solid?
No, his team is good. It's just the West. Here's one thing that I'm kind of frustrated in. Me and Rio are running the pick and pop to perfection with Tyreek and Turner. So I'm like, man, I wish we passed up on the T-Wolves. We could have got D Rose and Towns and ran it better.
Mm-hmm.
But reason we passed that up is the West is so stacked that like we could just go to the East with the Pacers. So that's the reason why like everyone's sleeping on the Rockets. The West has every single good team over there, so it's kind of tough.
Yeah, the East, I think,
The
will be
Rockets
much easier.
also playing schedule has been. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not trying to put them down because they are 10-0. You know, we're struggling with the Pelicans, but in terms of playing the best teams, I don't know. The best team that might have played so far has been the Bulls. Every other team has been under 500. So who knows how it's gonna look playoff time.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the best user talent.
And that's 10. I mean, you got 10 games played. It's not, I mean, it's hard to judge. It's still real early. I mean, you guys, what, week 1?
Yeah, today is the end of week 1. We have another week left, and you got to reach 25 games before playoffs. So
that's what I always love about
they're
the 2K.
halfway
It
there.
moves so much. You guys, 2K gods move so quick, man. There's not like a whole lot of back end. There's not a whole lot of management done. It's just like bring your squad, put your money, ball up, run your fucking game steady, and then at the end see where you stand. It just blows my mind how quickly you guys roll through this. But just doing leagues for so long. I mean, I looked the other day and I was talking with Mags. I was like, we've been doing it for like 10 years almost now. 10, 11, 12 years we've been doing leagues. And it seems like every year it just beats you up more because it takes forever to get a commissioner in place, the owners in place, people that actually want to own the team, people that want to run the league, people to vote on the different stuff. It's just so much goes into it. And it's rough. I think that's why EBA is struggling right now. But I mean, you guys are just bam, 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 just one after the other. And 2K Gods is such a different league because you bring your squad and just compete. I respect that. But looking at some players that are balling out, I mean, you got Philly, we back. Mama, I'm the man up there, 28.1 for Mama. Philly is 30.3. Where's Philly play at?
He's on the Warriors, so I think he's playing on Durant or Curry.
Okay.
I think it's Durant. He's doing good. Mama might be MVP this year. How he's been playing, but I mean, I think he has I think he has a top 2 or top 3 player in team up with Lillard. Fab, have you seen him play? And what do you think about Lillard and what Mama's doing? Is it the player or is Mama back to being glitchy?
Mama's always glitchy. Mama's nice as hell. Like, he's glitchy as hell. I love Mama, but it's also Lillard. That 2K15 Lillard is back, and 2K Labs even said Lillard got the highest green percentage of every jump shot, and every time Mama shoots it wide open, it's a green. So, but it's also like, you can stop it too, like not to bash Mama, but we put shots a little deeper on Mama. Mama had 13 TOs, couldn't even get past half court. So if you have a lockdown defender, you can stop it.
Yeah.
Once Mama gets open, he's sparking you.
It's over, huh?
It's gonna be a long day.
I mean, I think we're 1-1 against him, but I mean, my boy Dimes did kind of box Mama with Drew Holiday. So I don't know.
That's a phrase you never hear every day.
He said, what do you mean Dimes boxing Mama's not something you hear often is what you're saying?
I just Dimes boxed. I hear that every day.
My guy's out here on the Pelicans playing defense.
That's all.
Okay, see Ice, this is what I'm talking about. Like, shout out to Dimes. He's doing his summer workworkouts and stuff with Miz. He'll come back in the 2K League having defense. So, like, this team's going to be scary next year.
Said, hold on. I wish I had some shots fired or something. Like a grenade launch here.
2K Gods is making Dimes even better. So, the Mavs has to thank 2K Gods and Miz. So.
What I took from that whole conversation was Dimes doesn't have defense. And now he's trying to get some defense. Is what I took out of that whole conversation. Pretty much, I heard Fab going, Dimes, I'm glad Dimes is working on defense because he don't have none. That hurts, man. Ouch. Take that back, Miz.
Dimes has a little defense and he has high IQ. He led 2K League in steals, but a lot of people get past Dimes with ease, and he doesn't have great defense. So to see Dimes locking up Mama with Lillard, he's making progress, and he's getting better in 2K Gods. So 2K Gods is making Dimes a two-way player, and the Mavs going to be scary next year. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Dimes doing work. All Steezy, 25.5. Trainer at 23.1 with the Atlanta Hawks. You know he's ball hogging. Come on now, that's Trainer.
Yeah, Trainer's. I asked Trainer. I think Trainer and them are ducking. I mean, they have about 10 games played. I think they're 3-6. But from what I heard, it was my team and Fab's team looking for a game, and Trainer and them had 5.
On Twitter, Miz. He even said
and they were ducking us. Yeah, see, so...
Is there any way you can pull up Trainer's Twitter?
Poor Trainer.
He is shooting a lot, though. From what I hear, He is quite a bit of a jack, but I mean, Trainer's my guy. He's putting up points. That's what he does. He just needs to learn to pass.
I don't know. They had him on the bench over in Orlando, so I don't know. He's poor trainer. Clutch and ISO at 22.6. I mean, your best rebounders in the game. It's
That's
juicy.
LeBron.
Yeah, 22.6 for LeBron. It's juicy at 20 rebounds. That's a lot of rebounds per game. Is Juicy just dominating the paint down there? Where does he play? He's got to have a good big.
He plays on Dwight Howard on the Wizards.
Wow.
Yeah, he is dominating in terms of rebounds. I mean, Walnut would be up there too, but Walnut hasn't played enough games to meet. Walnut is at 24 but he hasn't played the minimum amount of games to be up there
Gotcha.
with the Whiteside. But
So the league stats,
Juicy,
the league stat leaders here that you've got a certain minimum games you have to play in order to be recognized here, right?
exactly, yeah. So right now it's a midway point. There's a certain amount of games that needed to be played for us to put you on there. And then when it comes to the end of season with awards and because we're gonna do a whole bunch of awards this season, probably roll them out next season because we have had some problems with the lagouts and people's stats getting affected by that.
Yeah.
But there's a minimum amount of games you have to play. I mean, at least half of the 25 that your team played. But as of right now, I think it was seven. It was 6 or 7 games that you've had to play up to now. But Juicy, he's got the Wizards, Dwight Howard, and he's quite above everyone else.
Yeah, he's killing it with 20 rebounds a game. That's pretty good. I mean, he's beating Moody by 5 at least, so that's pretty hype. Mama Demand, dude. I'm not deriding Mama, but he's got 11 assists he's averaging and 28 points a game. I mean, I don't know. I guess I love Crab on that team. By the way, Alan Crab. I'm trying to find his shot to put in my own player because his shot is.
You're about 2Ks behind, Dice. He's on the Nets.
Yeah. Oh, he's on my 2Ks behind. I thought Crab was over there. That was a long time ago. Then, Fab at 9.8 assists. Look at Fab doing work. Almost a double there, Fab. Steezy 8, Trainer 7.5. Steals, look at you 5.4. That's a big jump a game. I ball Ant 7.9. Who's he playing with? Almost getting 8 steals a game.
So he was originally the captain for the Hornets, or not the captain. I'm sorry. He was a player on the Hornets, and then he made the switch and ended up signing with the Bucks. So he's been playing with Giannis Antetokounmpo, however you say his last name. And I mean, I saw the stats. He had 2 crazy steal games against Cleveland and Throwdown. One game he had 15 steals. The other game he had 10. So it shot him all the way up there.
Good Lord.
Other than that, it's Fab at number 2. Yeah, being consistent with steals on a midget. Fab, I mean, you've been using. I see you've been getting steals with Collison, Oladipo. So I guess you got that bump.
Yeah,
He told his secret.
Oladipo since 3-3. So yeah, we were winning with me at Tyreek and Collison.
He just said it. He just told his secret. He just beating the hell out of that X button. He ain't even getting out of position. So he just keep tapping that X button when he's playing defense.
Yeah, this is me on defense.
That's his defense. Just sit over there tapping that X button. I got a lot. So that's the league leaders, league stat leaders, power rankings, the draft, how it looks out, who's owning what is the gamer tag here on the side, the left hand side. How do you? There's a question that I had, and someone asked me, and I honestly didn't know, so I want to ask you, Miz. How do you do free agents? I mean, you got a list somewhere that you keep all the free agents, or is it done through the group chat, or how does the free agent thing work?
So pretty much right now everything is done through our GroupMe app, and or we're expanding to Twitter also. Like people that are not in our group chat, I always have our group chat open. You could always join it. There's like almost 400 people in there, but normally how you do it is you join the group and you just state that you're a free agent. And the group chat is always active. Captains are in there. They see your message or and they'll hit you up for a trot or whatnot. Or on Twitter, you can tweet us at 2K Gods League, and I always try to retweet people's games and free agent posts so that other people can find them. But there's been a little bit of drama with Twitter this year. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are clout chasing, and just because we have so many players in the 2K Gods League now that they're getting screenshotted within the first week of them losing. So that is an issue that's been going on right now. But I mean, I'm trying to be fair. I retweet whatever you guys post me if it's in relation to the league. But I do think it is some clout chasing. I mean, Fab, have you seen what's been going on Twitter?
Uh, I definitely see it. If they recognize your name from the league, you're going on Twitter, and it was one situation where it was the weirdest thing I ever seen in my life. We lost the game, and then people in the 2K guys chat was talking a lot of stuff and being very disrespectful. But on Twitter, they're like, "Shout out to our opponents, great guys, great game," and they were so professional. So it was the weirdest situation ever, but. I mean, that comes with the territory, though. We're pros.
I was about to say, from
that's what happens.
From playing even EBA when you weren't playing in a 2K major league, that stuff. I mean, it happens. That's why it's so frustrating when you lose a game because someone's
and stuff.
Yeah, and people just run their mouth.
I would lose on GB, and they'll do that. And when I was I'll say good game. Yeah, it's almost like to be professional about it.
The Eminem MGK situation. He ain't nobody, but now he doesn't call out a legend. And he, come off with something decent, and now all of a sudden you're popular. You wasn't nobody to begin with. So everybody
That's a
has
different
bad
subject,
game.
but Eminem got bodied. Different subject.
Oh,
we'll leave it at that.
Get out.
And me,
Stop
and
it.
me,
If it was right in a hook, you're right. But anyway, go ahead. We'll get off that. Go ahead.
I'm on a different mindset of when someone posts me on Twitter, I'm more mad at my team and myself than them. Like, what the hell did we do for them to get that win on us? So they post on Twitter.
Yeah, but as well as I do in a video. I mean, even though it is a good portion of skill, right? But it's a video game. I mean, sometimes the ball bounces out of the hoop when it should go in. Sometimes it goes the wrong way. I mean, it shouldn't be close. You're right. Your squad should be blowing them out. But sometimes it happens. I mean, sometimes they have the game of their life.
Here's the thing, though, Ice. Yeah, that's true. But, like, the people who are good and stuff wouldn't post that on Twitter. So you pretty much lost a bum bad team at not on the same level as you. But you lost them because you guys played bad. So, like, it's on you, too. So you're the reason you're on Twitter. So just...
So I've always looked at it like that. Team. I mean, if you've got to stand up, and I've always looked at it. I mean, you know me from way back when. If you got to stand up and run your mouth about how good you are, you ain't really that good. Yeah. I mean, that's if it isn't somebody else saying that you're that good, then you're not really that good. I mean, just because you had a good game, or just because you blown out, or just because you had the game of your life and actually beat FAB, who's in this league, doesn't mean that you're the best point guard that ever played the game. I mean, you just had a good night. Congratulations, kid.
Yeah, I always say personally, I mean, what I was taught and how I grew up is I never tried to how can I say this, like, let other people vouch for you. Let other people talk about how good you are. Don't always try to blow yourself up. So, I mean, I see where people are coming from with Twitter and, posting screenshots and whatnot. And, I mean, it's cool. I understand you build your name and, build your clout. But ultimately, clout doesn't mean everything. I mean, there's a lot of people that have clout that aren't respected and aren't, known to be top players or whatnot. So I mean, just let your game do the talking. Personally, I understand you want your little 15 minutes of fame, but I mean, get it by proving that you're able to compete at a high level. I mean, me personally, I started playing with just my friends from school or whatnot, and then I ended up playing with some of the top players and playing against them and competing against them. But I mean, clout's a hell of a drug, especially in 2018. It's crazy right now. I feel like everyone just is going crazy for clout on Twitter and in the group, and just trying to prove themselves that they belong in this 2K league.
Well, I can tell you from talking with a few of the GMs that they got fooled by clout last season. So I mean, sometimes it'll get you a little contract. I highly doubt it's going to get you 2 contracts, but it's going to get you 1. So I mean, I can understand everybody's trying to get their own. I'm not trying to take no food out of nobody's mouth, give you the respect you deserve, but I'm with you 100%. I think that a lot of it's out there. It's always been a lot of D-writing and not a whole lot of playing, backing your game up, but it's just the way the game is. It's a video game, so people's going to run their mouth like they're great, and then when they can't put 5 good games together. They might put 1, maybe 2, But they can't put 5 straight, 6 straight, a series together. They just can't do it. So from there, we covered the league stats, we covered the power rankings, we covered the Google sheet here. I mean, am I missing anything? You want to talk to Fab about something? I mean, what's going on?
Oh, I want to say one extra thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, expansion teams or anyone that's listening, like for the 2K League, like any expansion teams or anyone like that, like please, like any teams period, please, like don't think like you know it all and like really know the community and really know, and please don't draft off of analytics or what you see in the combine and all of that. Please don't look at numbers like that. It's way deeper than that. And usually the best players and better players usually don't have the best numbers in combines and stuff like that. So hire someone from the community as a manager or something. Just someone that knows what they're doing. And that's the teams with the most success, like people like hiring managers for the community and stuff. There's so many teams that were at bottom of leaderboards all year long because they think they knew draft off analytics and stuff, but it's not like that. Just hire somebody you know, because I'm not gonna lie, all the players that me, Miz, and Ice thought was gonna be nice turned out to lead the league and be superstars for the league. So we all seen this coming. We knew. So please hire someone from the community to help your team out and make your team a championship team. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, how serious you want to take it? At King Mizark. They gotta hire King Mizark? You trying to jolly for a job there? What are you trying to do?
I mean, we'll see what happens. But right now we're just. I got a lot going on, but we'll see what happens.
It's crazy, Ice, because like Mazik and everybody, all the media people and everybody. It's funny because the media and everybody was like, "Oh, Blazers, they kind of a bad team, you know?
I know.
Like they're kind of.
I know. I'm telling you.
Let's give them a bad grade. Let's give.
I made some bait. I tell you, I made enough in the beginning to make. I mean, the teams that they were like, "Oh, this guy's bad, this guy." They were talking all the trash about some PS4 players and all these guys. I'm like, they're sleeping on these guys. I made enough money betting in the beginning in these betting sites that had you guys up to where I didn't have to put another dime in for the entire season and make some damn good bets by the end of the season. You know, I mean, I lost some money, but
like
but I made a lot off of their sleeping on a lot of players.
They did all that, right? Ice? Like they did all that, but the Zeke's power rankings had the Kings #1, A+, right? A+, best drafted team, best team. The whole media world and all, like, everybody was going crazy. It was like, Kings drafted a dream team. You know all the comp players and everybody that knows 2K was saying? They're like, that is the worst team I've ever assembled. That team is trash. And guess what that team did? Like, you know what I mean? Like, hire somebody that knows what they're talking about and knows the community. And, like, there's a lot of people out there that's looking for a job. Like, and that will really like be great at their job and will really help your team. Like if you're a new team, just look for that and they'll help you out.
I don't know. They got to pay a little more if they want me to come help them out. I might do something for media. That'd be all right. But they got to pay a little better because the number they were throwing around was not enough for me to walk away from what I do for a living. So this wasn't worth it. But I mean, shout out to a lot of the guys that's reached out to the community. I've been reached out to at least 2 or 3 general managers. I've been reached out by at least 3 of those guys before the league started, and I gave my honest opinion. I mean, I even shared elite team play stats from EBA. I went back pulling like season statistics of all time stats. I shared with them. I was like, here, dude, here's how you get to it. Here's how you look at it. You're more than welcome to look at it. Stats are good. If you have a question on a guy, don't hesitate to ask. I'll give you my honest opinion on him. I'm not trying to take food out of somebody's mouth, but I'll let you know if I think they just garbage, or they hooked up because they got a good player, or and really what shines through is when you got a guy that plays on a medium to lower level player and still competes with the top, still competes with the Durants, the LeBrons that are okay but aren't the greatest. The person playing them aren't the greatest skill player,
Yeah, because Ice, here's the thing, like what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like we pretty much like seen it coming. Like everyone was so surprised. I seen people call Walnut at random on Twitter. Like you're speaking up for us randoms, Walnut. Like no one knew who you were and all that. And I'm like, what? Like we all knew Walnut was gonna be a star in the league. Wanda wears his doubted hoodie everywhere. Like I'm like, bro, you gotta take that off, bro. No one from the comp scene doubted you. Like it's just the media people and people who didn't really know
No one that
much
knew what they were
about you.
talking about. When they went head to head there in
Yes.
that first game, the announcers were like, this wild Walnut kid's going against some no name. And I was like, he's gonna own him. And they were like blown away, like, oh, look at the points he's put. I was like, I'm telling you, Walnut is not to be trifled with. He knows how to play the game. Like he's not some scrub that they're making him out to be. But
And it's also hilarious how like the league superstars and the best players in the league were the best players in 2K guys, EBA, all that stuff. So we like everyone in the community in this community knows who the best players and where the talent is. Of course, it's like slept on players and people that come out of nowhere, shock you and do good. But the superstars, the takeovers, the great leaders, you can find them in these leagues. And I'm not gonna lie, there's teams in the first round that skipped on superstars and let other teams build dream teams and big threes because they didn't know what they were doing. So don't mess up the league and be that team.
I know this.
That gets
I know JT got drafted. That he went in the back room, and I guarantee he was picking who else he wanted on his team because I was like, "Oh, that's JT's boy. Oh, that's another one." This dude is Shump. Oh,
it's just
I
crazy
do it
because if think about it, of course, no league that first starts off is going to be perfect.
Yeah.
But if all the teams hired somebody from the community and knew what they were doing, it would be way better for viewership, community, everybody, because like everyone's stacked and has a good team. But for like people to mess up in the first round and teams draft bad in the first round and let few teams stack their players that have a big three, that's kind of terrible. Like,
yeah.
so
Well, it's going
like,
to take a little while
teams-
for them to iron everything out. And like I said, the media, I'm sure, will catch up to it. They did. I think they got a huge rude awakening this season. If you listen to like the first few Twitches and then the end Twitches, they knew they knew who was good by the end of the season, who they messed up and didn't or grabbed or shouldn't have grabbed. And what I think they're doing a lot, and I see this a lot. I play some team up, and I can see they've slept on a lot of good players that I feel deserve to be in that spot. But some of these other guys just got kind of lucky. And so, like you were talking about, touting about themselves or pushing their clout or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that got 1-year contracts or whatever that shouldn't be back. Are they doing contracts for next season? I was told they're going to do like holds or whatever. Like they resigned everybody.
I don't know what's going on. I just know each team gets to keep 2 players.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And my thing, Ice, is a lot of these expansion teams and these new teams and people who mess up in the draft spend money now and make a lot of money later. Like hire someone for the community that knows what they're doing that can help you out a lot and build your franchise. Like what's a couple of dollars and stuff, whatever, now when it can help your team big time in the future. So that's what I think.
I'm gonna tell you this. I saw you woke up on the stage and I was like, that's Fab? I've been playing with this year for so long. This kid for so long. That is not Fab. I did the same thing with Trainer though. I kind of in back of my mind knew that was Trainer. I knew that's how he looked, but there were some definite aha moments during the drafts and during the things. And I enjoyed the first season. I mean, as a spectator, I enjoyed it. I watched it, but I'm with you. I think a lot of people got slept on. I think a lot of people did get drafted even in the first 2-3 rounds. Even I was like, what? But of course, I didn't know the PS4 guys, so I didn't know. Like, I couldn't put my name out there to say, oh, this guy's good or not good or whatever. I was pretty surprised by the way the media covered it and the way that some things happened. But it's the first season. It's going to get better. Do you know the 2 teams they're adding? Do you know who they are?
They're adding 4 teams.
4. You know what they are?
Atlanta, LA Lakers, Timberwolves, and
You don't know the 4th one? Can't remember? Hello? Uh-oh. Looks like I am connecting with thank you, Xbox Live. So I'm not sure what the 4th one is. Hopefully it's the Chicago Bulls. That would be really awesome if that's the case. So while my system still reconnects here. Party going in and out. Yep, I know, brother. I can't help it. Are you still there? There it goes. So what was the 14th?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so Lakers, Brooklyn Nets, Atlanta Hawks, and Minnesota Timberwolves.
So no Chicago team? Come on, Bulls, hit me up, bro. I'll take a Chicago team. We'll hire Miz for the GM. I'll be his assistant. Let's run that. That's your team, right? Aren't you from Chicago? Yeah, that's my team.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
I'm just outside, about an hour
Chicago
and a half out,
I'm in the city. I'm in the trenches. Ice.
No way. I gotta live outskirts. I can't live in the trenches there. I'm just a calm kid. I'm not gangster. I'm not thug life like you are. Well, anything else we want to cover on 2K Gods for the first Welcome Back to Colosseum show? Anything else we want to cover? Am I missing anything?
No, I'm happy with how it's going. I'm thankful for FAB to come on the show, and just spit some knowledge, and just being such a long-time member of the league. Also, I want to shout out, everyone else, not just who made let me start off with the people who made the league, Walnut, Ramo, all the Space Jam, Mama, Shots, they all look out. They always, retweet and spread, the league, and, are humble from, where it all started, and, they helped me grow, and I appreciate that from all of them. They're consistently showing love, and I appreciate everyone that just continue to play in this. I mean, we have such a tight-knit community, but I'm glad to see it expand, and, we're adding new people to it, and, hopefully it just helps everyone going forward, whether it is to prepare or be more versatile at this game, just give you a different element towards your game, but everything's going good, and I can't wait to season 2 because I'm over these Pelicans.
Over these Pelicans. Fab, you have anything you want to say before we head out?
No, just thank you for having me on the show, Ice and Miss. It's good catching up with you guys. I will always be a part of whatever you guys got going on, league, podcast, anything. I will always want to be a part of it, So I love talking with you guys and just having casual talk and just talking about everything.
Yeah, I mean, you're always welcome, Fab. I appreciate it. I'm a little heartbroken you didn't hit me up throughout the season. I sent you a couple messages like congratulations, and I didn't get nothing back. I thought you lost love for me, but I didn't want to either. So
I'm not gonna lie, all my Twitter messages, all that stuff, I don't check. Group me, all that, I don't check it anymore. I'm kind of Hollywood in that aspect, but when it comes to talking to my guy Ice. For real, no text or anybody, I'm not Hollywood, so.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming down to earth for us little guys there, Fab. Appreciate it, brother.
No problem, Ice. I'll have to do this again sometime, man.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Fab. Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it. Always nice to be able to talk with you and just chat, just bullshit, man. I know you're busy with everything else. I try to leave you alone, full ass party all the time, but and the same.
I remember it used to be the full parties. You're like, how can you hear anything in here?
Yeah. I try to leave you alone with all that because I don't have that. I don't have that kind of vocabulary to stand out. So too much shit talking and N-word dropping for me to be around that stuff. But but it's always a pleasure, man. I'm glad you're having success in the league. I'm glad you're back in 2K Gods. I'm gonna do everything I can to get EBA back up and rolling. Hopefully you come back and play with us there. I appreciate the respect you've shown to the league, and then what Mags and myself and Outtaker and Mizark and everything is built. We're humble, beyond humble, to see the guys that have played in those leagues and talk mad trash with, played against, played with, be able to take the next step into the league. And we support and push all of you guys 100% at elite team play. So, we've not said one bad word about anybody who's come through our ranks and appreciated where the big boys play, And 2K Gods is definitely the site that if you wanted to, you've been playing that for years. If you want to bring your money and mound up and think you can handle the big boys, come play. And EBA has always been the place to be and more kick back, relax, and have fun and just, play more of a fantasy style, randomize your teams type of thing. And roll through there, which, like I said, I'm trying my best to bring that back alive, but it's hard to do when nobody wants to do anything. Miz, as always, I appreciate you, brother. So 2K Gods on Elite Team Play. I'm working as hard as I can to get the site rolling. I'm trying my best to get it something to where it's usable for you to utilize statistics and be able to do an easy free agent sign up quick button in case people want to jump on and try to play, get in the league. They can click that button as well. It gives them another avenue. I'm working hard to get all that stuff rolling. Hopefully I'll have it ready and up by next season. We'll do more of these. I mean, we want to do them weekly, right, Miss?
Yeah, we're trying to do it weekly. Everyone, who's tuning in, keep a lookout. Once we get the site going, We're gonna have, a place where you can display your awards, because we don't show off your awards, show off your career stats, your record, whatnot. We want to have it, more than just coming in, playing your games in our group me. Everything's worked out good so far, but we're always trying to take it to that next level. So, I appreciate that, Ice, and the cool stat systems and everything's that we're working on. I like where it's going, and I can't wait till the site is up, and can't wait till everything is perfect.
Yeah, I've been working on that all summer, kind of half-assed while trying to make my career move forward too. So it's always work, life, kids, job, everything else. So, but as always, appreciate both of you. Thank you so much for showing up tonight and being on the show. Look weekly for this. We're going to try to do this every week. I know we tried last season, but I swear you make it happen.
Welcome to the Colosseum, where the 2K gods come to do battle.